Hello, and welcome to my little corner of YouTube. I am also known as Birch, and over here we do scam baiting. We also discuss scammer tactics and, in general, laugh at the idiocy of these supposed men who want to steal your money. Don't get me wrong, it's all very serious business, but if you can't laugh at it, then you'll just cry. So we try to laugh a little bit with the education. So, in my last two videos, we were covering Acts 1 and Act 2 of a 3-act play featuring Tom Ellis. Act 1, Tom Ellis, a happily married man with kids, tried to seduce me and tug at my heartstrings to make me fall in love with him. When that didn't work, we moved the scene to Act 2, where Tom Ellis became very indignant at even the hint or whisper that he might be a scammer. Didn't matter. He wasn't, and he was not gonna put up with it. And now, I introduce to you Act 3, the end of the play in 3 acts, where Tom Ellis does an even grosser scam than ever we have looked at before. So sit back and relax and prepare to get angry with me as we close out the play of Tom Ellis. As I said, this is the grossest part, and this scammer is not the only one that's done it. When they glom on to real world tragedies and try to get money from you that way. Here we go. Remember, I was talking to him in December before Christmas, and now we're in January. January 2024 saw, or 2025, sorry, the California wildfires. For 14 destructive wildfires from the 7th to the 31st, destroying many, many houses in LA. And now let me make this very clear. Everybody thinks that LA is just for the rich people and that's just where celebrities live. That's simply not the case. There were very real, non-acting people that lost their houses, that lost their lives, that lost everything, who are unable to get it all back. Just think about that. This scammer is going to piggyback off of this tragedy. They did it through COVID. They've done it through every possible way that they can. Every possible natural or unnatural disaster. Anyway, here we go. Tom Ellis, because his house, he does have a house in LA. Are you aware of the wildfire? LOL, of course. I know, dear Tom. So many have been educated. So many have lost their homes. Evacuated. So many have lost their homes. I can't read my own notes here. Yet the snakes still take money. I'm sure it's only going to get worse with grifters when the fires are under control. It's really crazy. A lot of people lost their fortunes in the fire. See, he's just going for all the rich people. The rich people lost their money. Yes, people that will never be able to recover from such loss. Well, that and people. I am creating a fundraiser for the victims and help out with the ones I can reach out to. I would really love you to be a part of it. There it is. I was waiting for it. Just as I said, in tragic times, the untoward people still come out of the woodwork to continue to add to the chaos. Wolves in sheep clothing are still killers. And it is true, Tom Ellis himself, the real Tom Ellis on Instagram, did put out that he was trying to do fundraising. There were a lot of Sean McLaughlin, YouTuber also known as Jacksepticeye. I don't know exactly what Markiplier, Mark Fishbog had done, but I know he was doing things to help out. Well, his home was in the wildfires. There are many, many people that were better off, whether they were rich or richer, trying to help make fundraisers happen. So this scammer is going off the fact that Tom Ellis did have a fundraiser, but trying to funnel all funds of bleeding hearts and caring people to him. That's supposed to be how much, but it says how much. How much money are you asking for? I'm not asking for money. It's a way of reaching out to the victims so that they don't feel completely left out. Whatever you feel you can do and whatever you can afford is completely okay. This man is salivating, ready to lick scraps off my table in the name of helping people for charity. Think about that before you try to tell me scammers are real people and they deserve love and blah, blah, blah. Well, yes, you are asking for money. What are funds if they aren't money? So how much are you asking for? How do you plan to execute this fundraiser? $100 is good enough. My management team mainly handles the fundraiser. I know some individuals that got affected as well, and that's why I am taking this bold step. Oh yes, bold step is an understatement. In the short time I have known you, I can't think of a step that you have taken that is more bold than to get money for the wildfires. So what are you saying in conclusion? He asks, all hurt. You are taking this step just because you know some of the victims. Interesting. How will you like this $100? You're gonna reach out to my management. I see. How will I do that? And then he gives me Tom Ellis official management at gmail.com. At the time, I didn't have a Gmail account that I could just throw away. So I didn't play into this. I now have a Gmail account that I can give the scammers. So next time, I can play into this. Unfortunately, I did not. So I was not going to give my real address to them. That's their contact info right there. Who would have thunk that management would have a Gmail account? I simply must tell all my mates about this and my family. I assume you are telling the world that you, Tom Ellis, are raising money to help thousands of victims who are now homeless due to the loss of their homes. And I assume you were doubting me, but that's all right. You can as well check on my Instagram. I am not forcing you. This is a part of the social engineering, the guilt tripping. In a sense, they are forcing you. The amount of gaslighting and manipulation emotionally and verbally that these men do just to get $5. They could spend more time actually working a job and get more money. They really could. And people in India, people in Africa, people in Malaysia that run these scams, they're not dumb people. They are super smart. But they have decided to dumb themselves down and go into a dumb criminal organization. So when I say scammers are dumb, they are, for what they're trying to do and how they're trying to do it, and the fact that they don't know what they're talking about. But, I mean, I'm not trying to say that they're all uneducated. Like, it's kind of a gray area there. Anyway, sorry. The amount of debris and fallen trees in the street, the high velocity winds making efforts even more dangerous. A lot of them are homeless, especially the kids, and at this point have nowhere to rest their heads. And I had to bring the kids into it, of course, because again, manipulation. Think of the children. And if I don't give him money for this fundraiser, then I don't care about kids. That's the exact message he's bringing out. You assume I doubt you. Why would you assume such things? When I saw the news, I was almost moved to tears. Yeah, tears of laughter. It was just an assumption, wasn't really sure. Yes, you assumed, but why? I would think you would have known before seeing the news, and now I'm confused, because again, he only saw the news because he's in Africa and he is not Tom Ellis. Period. But Tom Ellis would have known about it and not have to watch the news. You should have been one of the first to know. Yes, but later on the news I saw the damages, and it was really, really disastrous. You said you were waiting for it. Got me confused. Surely you didn't think that there would be no damages. Wildfires are notoriously unpredictable and have always left devastation in their wake. I knew there would be damages, but the outspread was crazy. Yeah, just as crazy as you, buddy. How is me saying I waited for something confusing to you in such a way that you assumed I doubted you? Because you know what? If he's going to do the manipulation, I'll do it right back at him. I don't have a problem with that. I do have a problem with manipulation. This is my one exception. This is my whole pause. There it is, was waiting for it. Yes, I said that. What of it? How did that make you assume things? I was wondering why you said it. No, you didn't just simply wonder why I said it, dear. You assumed something from what I said, almost as though you expected doubt. Now I have to ask myself, why would a man of integrity and confidence expect doubt? I didn't expect doubt. It was simply an assumption. I wasn't so sure as I said earlier. Right. So I'm going to give all the deets to the people I know, so they too can help. How shall we address the email? Yeah. You simply make a proper introduction of your state of residence and your purpose for reaching out to them. Why do I need to give my state, where I live, and possibly my address, and my social insurance number, all the stuff that you never should give out online? Why do I have to give that all out to donate? Which I'd ask, why is the state of my residence something they need to know? How do I make a proper introduction when I don't know the name of whom I'm speaking to? Because remember, I'm supposed to be sending this to the fictional management. You address it as Dear Management. Okay. Wouldn't your team know why people are reaching out at this time? Surely they can't think someone is trying to book you, even when you are at danger of losing what you hold dear. It's important so as to know where you are reaching out from. Basically, they want to know what countries they're able to scam the most and the easiest, and keep going for those countries. Plus, many, not all of Africa, but many Africans, they don't like white people with all the colonization and everything that happened, and they don't trust white people, and I get that. But so white people of any country, but they really have problems, many of them, with Americans. So if they can get an American scammed, they celebrate all the more. And I'm not lying to you, and I'm not making this up. I'm not even guessing. God's honest truth, whichever God you believe in. Why is it important to know where I'm reaching out from? Is it not enough to know that people want to help? Yes, it's enough, but you can go ahead without it. I wouldn't know how they'd react, he says. What an odd thing to say. Just go on. And I did. Well, I didn't. I didn't give any money to him, didn't reach out to him or his management team. Never, ever give money to these Yahoo boys. I don't care if they say they're reformed. If they are reformed, highly doubt it. X to doubt. But if they are truly reformed, they will be able to make it on their own. They will find a way. They don't need, there are a lot of people just in Nigeria alone. They don't just beg money, like they scam us overseas, but they literally beg money from their own people in Nigeria. It's like, what? Like, go get a fucking job. Sorry. Anyway, I digress. Thank you so very much for being here and also listening to a few of my little rants along the way. I do get very angry and very frustrated with these things called scammers. So yeah, I went a little overboard, did a little bit more babbling than normal. Please forgive me. I do hope that you enjoyed this video and this final conclusion to the play in 3 acts of Tom Ellis. Please don't give your personal information to people out there. It's never going to end well for you. And just remember, you are safe, you are loved, and you are blessed. We'll see you next time.